Hello, I'm Andy, and today I want to share quite a interesting and aggressive deathmatch strategy. It's pretty all in, but it's pretty fun, and you will kill your opponents really quick if they do not know how to deal with it. The core idea is to get a consulate. So first off, why does this work now and why didn't it work like 1 year ago? Now you start with 9k export, and 9000 export is enough to do a lot of fun stuff with your consulate. So I'm just going to go forward with my villagers and set up my consulate and some barracks. I also get the immigration tag and both the militia, so I can deny any forward bases if I want to. Basically, you always have to do that. Otherwise, your villager might get sniped by their Minutemen, so you always have to do it. And yeah, but I move all my villager forward, get some barracks. I'm still on. I think you can also afford to use more villagers on your consulate, so you get it out even quicker. And first off, you want to get the Spanish allies. With the Spanish, you can get the mercantilism upgrade, and so you can power off or start getting your shipments really fast. So I usually get the bullionism, so it's basically the same. So you get experience and merchant marine. With this upgrade, your shipments arrive faster. Now let's quickly pause. Okay, so I've set up my consulate with Spanish. I want to get out those two upgrades so I can spam my shipments, and then I want to end relations and go back to Japanese isolation. So as you might notice, I do have the Red Seal ship card in my deck, which transforms all your coin into export, and this card I'm going to use to get like 18k export. And the idea is we're just going to spam Hatamato samurais like there's no tomorrow, and we are going to run into their base. And Hatamato samurais are the best if they can actually do damage, so they are best if you're fighting under his barracks, and they are not as good if you are having a big fight and you have to send them like in the front. So they're still decent, but ideally you want to have them on their army just when they pop. So we are going to get that, and for some extra cheese flavor I also put in my shogun and the Morotarus and flaming arrows. And yeah, so the idea is I want to keep this at near my army, and I want to get in his base really fast, and then I want to blow up everything and win the game really fast, basically. So yeah, so I also, because I trade all my coin into export, I'm just making Yumi archers. So for the ideal unit composition, you actually want to, so melee cav melee infantry is actually better than Yumi melee infantry and range infantry. So if I could get out some more Nagis, that would also be decent. So I'm also getting these out. Yeah. Also the other thing is with the Yumis, if you can bait out his cavalry, they will be completely useless against Hatamato samurai, because they absolutely destroy everything, but they absolutely destroy cavalry especially. So yeah. So yeah, now the Hatamatos arrive, and this is exactly what you want to have happening. You want them on their army. They didn't have to take as many shots, so they just clean up everything. In the meantime, I run my shogun in, and I'm just going to train any unit I can get, and I'm also sending the Morotarus and destroy the houses, so he can't even stay at full pop. And this is exactly what you want here. The Hatamatos, they are forcing the enemy in melee. We are fighting under their barracks. So yeah, so this is the ideal scenario for them. Also my shogun, I'm training these Yamabushi just because I can't train any other unit. And yeah, like the idea is I want to kill his houses, so I'm taking an even better deal here. And yeah, this is basically what the game looks like. You're just going to overrun him, or try to overrun with a lot of Hatamatos. And if it works, you win in 5 minutes. And if it doesn't work, you're probably pretty dead, but that's what all in strategies are about. Yeah, so one more thing, so like I'm not super all in, like I'm pretty all in, but I still can't get out of my eco. I have 3 TCs, I do have shrines and coins, so I do have some coin income. And I'm just slowly getting villagers, but ideally I'm just sending all my units cards to finish this. So maybe I could even afford to put in like 8 Nagis. Those would also be decent. Yeah, instead of 1 the eco cards or this card. I don't know. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm just in his face, training units and not stopping with my Hatamatos. I can get like another 20 or 30 out with all my export. Also, you can insta train them with this card and good faith agreements, and I think the church upgrade. So that's also really good. That's why I'm able to get out them as many of them. So now I've spent all my export, 20 20 samurais for 6,000 export, and yeah, they will just destroy anything. So these are really strong units. Yeah, they're kind of bad if you can pick them off. Like if you have a big army and they just run in and then you can hit and run, because they're not the fastest unit. But if they get into melee combat, they just destroy. So that's what happens here, and it's what the strategy is all about. And yeah, so Japanese, I've played them a lot, and I got wrecked a lot in the first few minutes because their start used to be very slow. But with this strategy, I can actually return the favor to all those Russian and European lamers who just overrun Japanese in the past pretty fast. So, pretty fun strategy. I think I got inspired a bit by Treaty, because in Treaty there's also this Hatamato start some people do, and you can do a similar thing in Deathmatch. So yeah, just real quick. So I traded really well here. He still has more resources in the bank, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't have anything. And I think it's mainly wood what he has, so useless resources. And he also doesn't have any eco compared to me, so he's pretty dead. Okay, so I also could have gotten the natives, but they are also not really necessary with the strategy. So yeah, fun strategy. Thanks for watching and see you guys around. Bye bye.